It would help if I turned the microphone on. Shabbat Shalom and Moedim L'Simcha. That's the greeting you say during the middle of Sukkot, which means happy festivals. So welcome to this very special Shabbat in the middle of Sukkot. We're very excited to have you all here. We have a very special guest who we'll be announcing in a little bit. We're going to begin, though, with lighting the Shabbat candles, which is on page 4. Please rise. Oh. We are actually lighting the candles. It's not sunset yet.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kireshanu b'mitzvotav V'tzivanu lehadlik ner V'tzivanu lehadlik ner V'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat. Amen.
You may be seated. We'll continue with Shalom Aleichem, page 5.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Ki Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Ki Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Let's go and sing a song to God, Lechun Ranana, page 11.
Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Naria, Naria, Letzur Yeshenu, Nekadma Vanav B'Torah. Naria, Letzur Yeshenu, Bizmirot Naria Lo, Lechun Ranana, Lechuneranena, Lechuneranena, Ladonai, Lechuneranena, 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 Ladonai.
The heavens shall rejoice, Yismechu Hashemayim, page 14.
ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. Yiramayam, 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 Umlo, Yiramayam, 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 Umlo, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiramayam, 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 Umlo, Yiramayam, 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 Umlo.
Sitting in Sfat in the 16th century, the writers of Lecha Dodi probably had no idea what Jerusalem would look like today. But if they did, they would have been amazed. Lecha Dodi not only welcomes the Sabbath, but prays for a day when Jerusalem will be rebuilt, and so it has been. Page 23, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Shamor וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת, ולתהילה, ולתהילה. לך אדוני לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך אדוני לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מכלב נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה. תחילה לך אדוני לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. We rise and face the door, אדוני לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי כלה, בואי, בואי כלה. לך אדוני לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך אדוני לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
You may be seated. Now we do the song for the Sabbath day, Tov Lehodot, page 27.
טוב, טוב, טוב להודות, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר, ולזמר, ולזמר לשבחת עליון. טוב, טוב, טוב להודות, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר, ולזמר, ולזמר לשבחת עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור בלילה. ולזמר לשבחה עליון. טוב להודות, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשבחה עליון, ולזמר לשמחה עליון. טוב להודות, טוב להודות לאדוני.
Now that we've welcomed the Sabbath and welcomed the angels of the Sabbath, we're now going to welcome mourners into our congregation. And those who are mourning, we offer the words of comfort from our tradition, Hamakom Yenachem Etchem Betoch Shar Avalei Tzion V'Yushalayim. May God's presence bring you comfort amongst the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. Those who are mourning and those observing a yard site will now recite the Mourner's Kaddish, page 30. Yit Gadal V'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah V'Alma Divrach Hirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei B'Chayechon U'Vyamechon U'V'Chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala U'Vizman Kariv V'Yemru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mivarach Li'Olam Li'Almei Almayav Yitparach V'Yishtabach V'Yitpa'ar V'Yitramam V'Yitnaseh V'Yitadar V'Yitaleh V'Yitalal Shemei Dekudsha B'Reichu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata Tushbechata V'Nechemata Da'amiran B'Alma V'Yemru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'Chayim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Yemru Amen. Osei Shalom B'Imramav Hu Ya'asei Shalom Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Yemru Amen. We now invite everyone to rise for Baruch, page 39.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
You may be seated. We'll continue with Ahavat Olam, page 40.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל, בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת, על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו שוכבנו ותומנו, נשיח, נשיח, נשיח בחוקך עבד עולם, בית ישראל, בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם ולילה. באהבתך, באהבתך, אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
ואהבת
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך
ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לו תותפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
We continue silently to the bottom of page 42.
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
We sing every day the song that our ancestors sang when they were finally freed from slavery in Egypt. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, page 44.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai.
Every night we ask God to help us to lie down at night and awaken us again tomorrow to peace and life renewed. Never take it for granted. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, page 45.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ushmor et Zeitenu
The children of Israel will keep the Sabbath for all generations. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, page 46. Please rise.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ינגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, אמן. ויעמד ולאמירתי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכם וביומכם ובחיי לכל בית ישראל. בגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. בגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם לעולמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה. שמי לקודש הבריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה ושבחתה ונחמתה. האמירון בעלמא ויאמרו אמן. ויאמרו אמן. ויאמרו אמן.
We pray now the silent Amidah from pages 47 to 52.
Turn to page 51. We join together. Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Acha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Acha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon l'chol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon l'chol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. B'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol eit v'chol shah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Baruch atah Adonai hamevarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. Now we invite you to put your arms around each other and let's all join together in Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom, Oseh Shalom bimromav, Hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu, Shalom aleinu, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh Shalom, Oseh Shalom bimromav, Hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu, Shalom aleinu, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Amen. Amen.
Now we always do a special prayer for those who are ill or those who need a special prayer for healing. Misha Berach.
מי שברך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing for us and all those we love. Mi shebeirach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal
You may be seated. We return to our prayer books, page 54, Kaddish Shalem.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא יבנה חילותי, וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון וברכון וחיים תחו בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב ויאמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיא. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מגאול אחד בשירתה ושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יתקבל צלותון ובאותון לכל ישראל קודם אבוהון דבשמיא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיא וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
We're delighted here at Beth Yeshurun to have a special guest with us. Her name is Livia Link Raviv, and she is the new Consul General for the State of Israel to the Southwest United States. She's responsible for the five-state region of Arkansas, Louisiana, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas. And she comes here with a lot of terrific credentials. She got her Bachelor's of Law at Hebrew University and a master's degree in conflict resolution, and is also a member of the Israeli Bar Association and is a mediator. Can't think of any better credentials to be a representative for the State of Israel. And so she's here, just beginning her stint here as the Consul General for the State of Israel, and I want everyone here to welcome her with a good Texas welcome.
Thank you so much. Really emotional after this beautiful service, so thank you for that. And after this big introduction, my work here is done, so good night, and no, I'm joking. But really, Shabbat Shalom and Moadim L'Simcha. I would like to thank both Rabbi Morgan and Rabbi Strauss, who could not be here today. It is a true honor to be invited to speak to you tonight. For those of you who don't know me yet, I recognize some faces, so that's a good sign. My name is Livia Link Raviv. I'm the new Consul General here in the Israeli Consulate to the Southwest. I arrived about a month and a half ago to Houston with my husband Itai, hi Itai, and our three children, Ariel, Yuval, and Avishag. The timing of our move could not be sweeter as we settled into New Year in our new home here. We are so looking forward to getting to know you and to be a part of this thriving Jewish community. I was born in Romania and immigrated with my family when I was a baby to Israel out of Zionistic motives. For the past 20 years, I chose to serve my country as a diplomat in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, where I have dedicated my career to advocating for Israel and improving the ties between the Jewish state and the world. But wait, there's more. I chose Houston as a posting, knowing the importance of this consulate and the people it serves and represents. Since its creation, Israel has come to persistently rely on the American diaspora in times of need. Now, I believe it has to be a two-way street. The diaspora, you, the co-equal inheritors of our shared homeland, can and should rely on us as well. Your opinions, your views, and yes, sometimes criticism are important, are valued, and most critically, are being heard. Just as you care and pray for Israel, so do we care and value you. We celebrate your successes and we stand with you during time of crisis as we are one people. It is lovely timing to have the opportunity to speak to you during the holiday of Sukkot. This is a celebration of unity and also pluralism, as we literally bring together the four species, Arba Minim, for the ritual we all know so well. As is made clear in our religious liturgy, the Almighty values pluralism and the diversity of His creation, as well in His wisdom, the power of these differences being gathered together. Likewise, His people Israel, in all our beautiful differences, can only achieve our greatest potential when we come together. This ideal has been part and parcel of the Zionist ethos since its inception. The State of Israel has strived to be homeland to all Jews, regardless of background, appearance, and the way they choose to worship or not. And in my role as Consul General, I would work to the best of my ability to build bridges of understanding between the diaspora and Israel. Another aspect of this holiday that I find timely is that this is a season where Jews are to celebrate our bounty in times of fragility. We are called upon to enjoy a feast under fragile structure where we must feel the rain, should it choose to fall, and that our sukkahs should be able to be overcome by strong wind. By breaking our daily routine and entering into a special, temporary, fragile structure, we forsake our earthly belongings and make space, make room to what matters the most. Despite being pulled from the comfort of our homes, we actually find all that is essential in the sukkah: the communing with our friends, family, and Creator. It is an opportunity to continue the work of tshuva that we started on Yom Kippur in the great outdoors. The mitzvah of Hachnasat Orchim, welcoming guests, is given special importance during Sukkot. Traditionally, we welcome friends, family, and community into our sukkah, and we visit others. Unfortunately, during this time of pandemic and physical distancing, gathering together in person in the sukkah can be tricky. So as we continue to persist against the surge of COVID-19 for yet another high holiday season, we are reminded that these unstable and difficult times, we must take the opportunity to draw into our families and enjoy the gifts we have been given, just as we do during Sukkot. Sukkot is a uniquely universal holiday. Unlike other feast days, Sukkot was a time that required 70 bulls to be sacrificed at the temple. This is an extraordinary number compared to one required for Rosh Hashanah and for Yom Kippur. Throughout the ages, our Jewish sages have ascribed the meaning of this number to the 70 Gentile nations of the world. And so, Sukkot has been interpreted as a special holiday that also interacts and takes into mind the welfare of non-Jews and the world at large. It is a great reminder that as we continue the work of repairing the earth, Tikkun Olam, we must join arms with our neighbors. Truly, as we continue to weather the storm of these difficult times of uncertainty, we must all join together to overcome. I'm proud to say that Israel has worked to that end, and we have seen these efforts bear fruits. Just a few days ago, we celebrated the year anniversary of the Abraham Accords, the peace agreements struck with the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain. The Abraham Accords prove that the peace is possible in our lifetime. Together, in just a short amount of time, we have shown just how much we can accomplish, and we created a blueprint we hope will lead to further normalization agreements and peace and prosperity with states throughout the region, enlarging the peace circle. So during this season of joy, Zman Simchateinu, as we come together to celebrate with our families and communities, I pray that we all remember to celebrate our bounty in times of fragility, that Jews of all backgrounds come together as one people and one family to achieve our greatest potential. From my family to yours, we wish you Chag Sameach, Happy Sukkot. May it be a season of joy, and know that you always have an open invitation to the consulate. I look forward to getting to know each other in the next years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming here and speaking such wonderful words. Now I don't have to give a sermon tomorrow. Actually, Rabbi Fort does. We didn't Kaddish in the Sukkot, right? Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to all rise for Aleinu, page 56.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
You may be seated. We'll now recite the Mourner's Kaddish, which is found on page 58, This evening, Beth Yeshurun extends its condolences to the families of Edith Kligman, Ilya David Bly, Marilyn Golden, Staten Spiller, Sherwin Alan Rosenberg, Deborah Fried, Victor Nevin, and Robert Altschuler, who were taken from us this past few days and weeks. The Mourner's Kaddish again is on page 58. Yit Gadal v'yit Gadash Shemei Rabbah, Bialma Divrach Hirutei v'yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'yemru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Le'almei Almaya. Yit Barach v'yishtabach v'yit Pa'ar v'yit Ramam v'yit Naseh v'yit Hadar v'yit Alei v'yit Halal Shemei Dekudsha Berechu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiron bi'alma v'yemru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yemru Amen. Osei shalom b'mramav hu ya'asei shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yemru Amen. We have one anniversary this evening that I know of, celebrating 54 years of wedded bliss, Alan and Linda Rosenzweig. So tonight you have two blessings to celebrate. Following several months in and out of the hospital, including weeks in critical care, Alan had a successful recovery, and we're so glad to see you here this evening. You're blessed with an incredible team of physicians, a loving and supportive family and friends. And secondly, the day Alan's hospital release was the celebration of your grandson Jacob's Bar Mitzvah, which you were able to attend. Thank God. That made it extra special for everyone, including, of course, the family and all of us, to see you here together. Mazel tov. We wish you many blessings in the years to come. May you continue to enjoy simchas with us as we celebrate together from year to year. Mazel tov. We have a whole lot of announcements, so I'm going to try and make them brief. You know, we're just too busy here at Beth Yeshurun. So we have one more major event coming up for Sukkot. If you are in 8th to 12th grade, or if you know somebody in 8th to 12th grade, there's a nacho average sukkah on Sunday evening, early evening. Nacho average sukkah, where they're going to have a nacho bar. So invite all your middle school and high schoolers to come. All of these events, by the way, are on the website, so you don't have to take notes right now. Just go to our website and check them out. Tuesday evening, September 28th, we're going to kick off our young families as they travel through Torah at 6 o'clock. So it's an early service, or kind of early activity for little kids. They're going to go have several stations where they get to experience the Torah and do different activities. That's at 6 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll have our traditional Simchat Torah service outdoors in the parking lot. We're not doing a cart this time. We're actually going to march around with the Torahs, and we're also going to have candy. So bring candy for the kids. Also, we'll have candy at the 6 o'clock event, and there'll be a great celebration for all our families together. So join us together for singing and dancing, celebrating the Torah. We're going to finish up this month with 2 donations. We're collecting shoes for Soul Loved this week. And we're accepting new and gently used shoes and cleats for all genders and all sizes, including adults, for our bigger kids and teens. So that's one event. And the other one is we're collecting new and gently used clothing for Camp Impact for kids aged 6 to 12. And that we'll be collecting on Simchat Torah. Next Friday, we're excited to bring back our Tat Shabbat service. We'll be having Tat Shabbat next Friday, and we'll also kick off our Social Action Shabbat, where we'll talk about all the wonderful social action activities that we're doing in the coming year. And on Sunday, October 3rd, we begin our new season of the Jewish Learning Project. Again, you can go to our website to check it out. Our website now has a wonderful display of all of our activities, but a bunch of classes I just want to highlight. If you're interested in learning prayer book Hebrew, My wife is going to be teaching a prayer book Hebrew class at 9 to 10 on Sunday mornings. Rabbi Horowitz is going to be teaching Jewish values and the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. That is a fascinating program, including videos from the Shalom Hartman Institute in Jerusalem. So we have some experts from Jerusalem doing videos, a text study, and Rabbi Horowitz's skillful teaching to talk about the complex issues involved in that conflict. And he is also teaching a class in Abraham Joshua Heschel's Prophets. So you may remember that on Shavuot, we had a special program about Abraham Joshua Heschel. One of his first books was about the prophets and his insights into what the prophets were about. And Rabbi Horowitz will be teaching that class. We also are bringing a brand new teacher, Barry Gellman. Rabbi Gellman, who's now the head of the Jewish Studies at the Jewish Community Center, will be teaching a five-part series on Midrash in the book of Genesis, also on Sundays. And on Mondays, his wife, Gabby Gellman, is going to teach a series on family dynamics in Bereshit, family dynamics in Genesis. We also have a bunch of other online activities. Oh, one other thing I need to mention, Rabbi Horowitz is also teaching a Tuesday night program on Jewish literacy. So if you've always wanted to know all kinds of information, facts, history, people, literature about the Jewish people, but we're afraid to ask, Joseph Telushkin's book, Jewish Literacy, Rabbi Horowitz will be guiding us through that. Many, many other classes. Please check out our website. And with that, we will conclude the service by blessing our children, and then we'll do Kaddish outside in the Sukkot. So everybody please rise as we bless our children. For the boys, we're going to say, Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim v'chemenashe. May God bless you like Ephraim and Menashe. And for the girls, we say, Yisimech Elohim ke'Sara Rivka Rachav Leah. May God bless you like our matriarchs, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. For all our children, we say, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God grant you peace and happiness now and always. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat.